What is going on, guys? Welcome back to another video. Today we have a guest. So we have a Rachel here. Do you want to present yourself?
Of course. So I'm Rachel. I'm the digital marketing manager here at PCT. And although I am very much a plant lover, I am very much a newbie to plant tissue culture. So Francisco's going to teach me a thing or two today.
So today we are going to I'm going to teach Rachel how to make tissue culture media. So today we are going to make some basic media. Now we are going to make media for the biocoupler. So we are only going to make liquid media. We are not going to use any gelling agent. So we have a setup right here. It's identical setup for my setup and your setup. So you're pretty much going to follow what I'm doing.
Let's do it.
So let's start with water. And then do you want to take your magnetic stirrer? There you go. So take magnetic stirrer, just put it in there. All right. So now let's take some water. Now I'm going to add about 800 milliliters of water just to get it started. About 600. Just about 800. It doesn't have to be completely perfect. No.
Good.
At least not for now. Right.
Oh, wow.
That's good.
Almost.
Oh, that's good. Let's turn it on, and we start very slow, slow speed. Now, just to get it moving. That's good. Perfect. Now, yeah, we can move that to the side. Let's take our wave boat, and we take our scale. So this is a very affordable scale you can find anywhere. Well, actually, this is quite loud. Let's just tone it down a little. There we go, just like that. So these are very inexpensive. You can find this anywhere. And let's put our wave up here. And what I like to do when I make media, there is not really a right way or wrong way to add your ingredients. However, I like to start with sugar as it takes the longest to dissolve, but that's kind of personal preference. All right, so you want to wait, depending on what plants you're working with. This is kind of just general tissue culture media, so we are going to be adding like 30 grams of sugar.
Okay.
So make sure to turn it on and make sure it's on 0. If it's not on 0, just hit the there button and then just add 30 grams. I have done a lot of media before, so I just want to freehand it. If you want to just grab a spoon,
I got that.
That's probably better. But I just want to freehand it and see how it goes.
30, right?
30 grams.
Okay.
So 19, 23, 26. Let's see what method is faster. Look at that, 30 grams.
Man, 29.7. Okay, wait, nope, wait. All right, 30 on the
30
dot.
grams, perfect. Mine is not perfectly exactly, but it is okay. All right, so just add it to your media, to your water. Now, do you know the reason why we didn't start with 1,000 milliliters and we started with only like around 800 milliliters?
Because we'll keep adding?
Yes, because we basically adding the sugar and we still had to add the hormones, so that's going to add volume. So that's why we want to add all of the ingredients first, and then after everything is added, then we fill it all the way to the 1,000 milliliters mark. So we had the sugar. Now we want to take our MS media. So we have a very conveniently, it's already pre-packaged here. But if you have a bigger bottle, then you just want to measure 4.54 grams per liter of media.
Oh, beautiful.
Yes.
That's right on the money.
Yeah, this is already pre-packaged here from Plant Cell Technology. Link down in the description. So
I love
this on
that.
the side. Yeah, they are gonna be a little tricky to open sometimes.
I have nails under here.
Okay,
I got it.
you got it. Let's see, I just do X. Perfect.
Nice.
All right, now because it's already measured, so you can use all the whole ball. And it can be sometimes a bit little clumpy.
Do you normally just like pour it in, or like a little by little type of thing?
I just pour the whole thing in. Usually, like I said, I will usually use weigh it first, and then I just will grab my weigh bolt, and then just pour the whole thing in.
Gotcha.
So this
Nice.
is done. So we already have the media, which is our MS media, which is our micros and micronutrients that all the plants need to grow, and the sugar is used kind of to feed the plants. So we have that. Now we want to add, oh, I forgot something. All right. So we have the ppm. Now, have you ever used one of these?
Yes, I have.
Oh, great.
That I have.
Okay, perfect.
Back to science days.
Okay, perfect. Yeah, so this is a micropipette. I highly recommend to use one of these when making a tissue culture. They are not very expensive, so you can find them online. Make sure it is on the 1000 mark. So we are adding 1 milliliter of pretty much everything. So let's start with the
Nice.
ppm. Like I said, there is not really like a real order, but let's start with ppm. So you want to grab a pipette tip. There we go. So let me just do it first. So straight down, it has it has 2 stops. So 1 stop, second stop. You only go to the first stop. There we go. So now I have my ppm, 1 milliliter. There it goes. 1 stop, 2 stop. And that's it. And this tip goes to the trash. No, you go back. Make sure to do it slowly. Oh, I forgot to put it back up. You want to push it before you put it into the liquid. Yeah. Get out there.
Yeah.
Grab another
Alright.
another tip. Yeah, you want to go in, put it, and then just kind of release it.
So before it goes
Yeah,
in,
yeah,
right?
before, yes,
okay.
before, because otherwise you have the tip inside the liquid. You just going to
Right.
you just push in there. Yeah, perfect. And now you go in there. So 1 click, 2 clicks, perfect. And now that's onto the trash. All right, now we can put this out. Just kind of move it out of the way, but it's still on in the video. Now let's go to add the plant growth regulators. We are making like this is like a general media, but this is going to be for multiplication. So I want to start with my auxin. We are using BA or BAP, same thing. And I want to add the same amount, 1 milliliter per liter. So there it goes. Yeah. Back to trash. Perfect. Excellent. Trash. Now we're going to add our auxin. Yeah, we can close that down. We are going to add our auxin. Now for the multiplication, we want to add a lot lower concentration. So we are going to add 0.1 milliliters per liter. So you take your micropipette and you're going to go down to the 100 mark. So that's going to give us 0.1 milliliters per liter. There we go. Perfect. So now I want to add my NAA. So grab a new tip. And you can see the difference. It's very little. There we go. Trash. here. Perfect. Okay. So that's pretty much all the ingredients we need for the tissue culture media. Now, before we calibrate the pH, what we want to do is take the water and just get it back to the 1000. So here is your 1000 mark. So you want to go slowly. And because we are just making media for like our own plants, this is no research. It doesn't have to be like super accurate right on the dot, but we will want to keep everything as professional, so get it at the 1000 mark. Now I can see like from the eye level that we are right here, I can see this on the 1000, but it's actually not. If we go down a little, you can see that it's under the line. Now you want to turn this off, so kind of stabilize, and then you can fill it back up. You can also take the magnetic rod out of the media, just because it may add a little bit of volume, but it's very insignificant, and this with this amount, so we are not going to worry that much. So it is perfectly at the 1000 mark right now, and now I'm going to do the same for me. Yes, check. I'm going to turn this off. And that looks good, I think.
It does.
Perfect. Yeah, so we can get this out of the way. Perfect. Okay. We want to get the magnetic stirrer going once again. And I want to calibrate the pH first, and then I want to let you do the same. Alright, now we're going to calibrate the pH. Now, for this pH meter, you want to rinse the probe. So this is just the still water, the same from the jug. So just get this out. Take it out of the solution, and then just rinse it. There we go. And then I just want to place it on my beaker, and I want to turn this higher just a bit. Turn this on. We want to wait for a moment. Now, when making media, all the ingredients are usually pretty acidic, so you have to increase the pH. If the media for some reason is higher than 5.8, then there is something wrong, most likely in the water. But because we are using water that is bought from the store, we know that it's pretty much always going to be about the same level. So we are right now at 5.3, so we had to increase it to around 5.8 pH.
Okay.
All right, so to calibrate the pH, we have pH up and pH down. So to increase the pH, we use sodium hydroxide, and in case we go over the 5.8, then we use the okay. So have pH up, and I want to slowly add it drop by drop. Here we go. See how much it moves. So we are on 5.6. We have usually when you add it, you have a big spike, and then it kind of goes down, and then it stabilizes. You can see it has a smiley face, so that say that it's stable now.
Well,
so
let me film that part here so they can see.
Yeah, perfect. Have another angle.
Yeah.
Smiley face.
Yeah, it has the smiley face. Okay, so now let's add one more drop. So it is 5.6, 5.7, 5.8. Now it's going back down. 5.75. That's actually pretty good. I'm actually happy with that. So that's how I'm going to leave it, my pH. So mine is 5.74. Now you can calibrate your pH. Now I'm not going to transfer directly to you. I just want to, before I do that, I want to rinse it up, and you can place it on yours.
Okay. Is that the scientific flick?
The scientific flick. Yeah. All right, yours a little lower, 4.9.
What I do?
I don't know. Supposed to be the same.
Drop by drop, right?
Drop by drop. Yeah, this is 1 molar sodium hydroxide, so it is relatively strong. If you are like new, it's recommended to use a diluted solution of this. So you can use add more water to the sodium hydroxide, so just to make it a little bit more diluted, so it doesn't jump as much as you saw.
For perspective, it was a 4.9. I added 1 drop, and we're at 5.21. So that was quite the jump.
Yes. All right. So 1 more drop. So 5.2, 5.45.
5.5. 1 more?
Yes, 1 more. Let's see. 5.6, 7, 9. Let's do 1 more. I think with 1 more you will be good.
5.66. So.
5.74, 79, 82.
79, that's pretty good.
Yeah, that's pretty good. Yeah, you can see now the smiley face, so it's stabilized at 5.79. So that's pretty good. Now, this media is done. Now that we calibrate pH, if you're using gelling media, this is the moment that you would like to add your either agar or gelling gum or any other gelling agent that you may be using.
We have all of those.
Yeah, you just go check down in the description. For agar, you would like to add around 8 grams, and for gelling gum, around 2 to 4 grams. So I usually stay around 3 grams.
Nice. Okay.
Now,
good to know.
what we have to do next is we're going to fill up our biocouplers. So we can get this. So we are going to add about 200 milliliters. So you can use it in 1 jar. You have another beaker, small beaker. So you want to use to add 200 milliliters, and then you just put it into the jars. So let's fill up the jars now. Turn this off, and let's use 200 milliliters. This, how accurate you have to be with this is just kind of personal preference. If you are like super picky, you can get it all the way to 200. I think this is good enough.
I'm a bit OCD, so I'm coming down here.
Okay, I'm a little bit over, so I want to.
I think I did that.
That's pretty good. So just add it to your jar.
Nice.
Alright, so you just fill all of them. And then
and I know we get this question often, so does it matter which side you put the media on?
well, that's one of the improvements of the new BioCoupler compared to like the first edition. With this new one, it is the same on both sides. So the old one used to have an adjuster where you can adjust the opening of the vents, and it will be like, and the hole will be on that side. It won't be like in the middle where it's right now. So on the previous edition, you would like to have that opening adjuster on top. With this one, there is no up and up, so you can just have it on each side, which makes it a lot easier for everyone.
I was going to assume that the leftover was 200, but I'm gonna measure it anyways.
It's going to be close. Let's see.
Oh, not at all. I'm at like
Wasn't that close?
a bit over 100.
What do you think was in exactly 200 on the last one?
That's a good question.
Well, what we say, like beakers, doesn't matter which brand, there are no like super accurate. Now you want to be like super accurate, instead of using a beaker, you want to use a gradually cylinder to measure your to make your measurements. Those are accurate, like glass beakers or plastic beakers or any like other kind of measurements, like an Erlenmeyer frag, they are not as accurate. So, just going to pour the last one.
Nice.
That's good.
Yours was better.
Let's see how. I didn't measure the last one, but.
In comparison to mine.
Oh, look.
It's
That was pretty close.
good. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. All right. So we have made some media now. Now it's we had to place this on the autoclave. Now, what do you think? It wasn't hard, right?
It wasn't. At first going into it, I think I was a little scared that I was gonna do something wrong, but that was pretty easy.
Yeah. I mean, it is pretty easy. I would say probably the hardest part, and it's not really hard, is probably calibrating the pH. It can take a little bit of patience where you add your pH up or pH down, and it may jump too much, and then you have to go back down. It is just practice. I have been doing this for a long time, so I can use pretty much a bullet. Sometimes I use, you saw, I use free-handed the measurements on the sugar because it's just like I have done it. It's almost automatically. I don't know how much I need to till that jar.
Yeah.
But
This was my freehand versus Francisco's freehand, which was practically perfect.
Yeah. So
if
pretty
you're
much
starting
there.
like me, you may not want to freehand that, but
now I hope you have enjoyed it. I will see you in the next week. This was Rachel. I will
this
see you in
was
the next
fun.
video. Goodbye.
Thank you for having me. Goodbye.
Thanks for watching the video. If you're enjoying these tissue culture videos, be sure to follow us on social media for more informative content. And if you're interested in conducting your own tissue culture experiments, make sure to check us out at plantcelltechnology.com for all the products you need to get started. Use the code FP10 for 10% off your first purchase.